was going to go live a little while ago, but uh, Florida Predator Hunter, or whatever the fuck his name is, was kind of giving his side of things. And tell you what, that dude, somebody needs to let him know what a fucking liar Jeff already is. We already know that Jeff's. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Let me chill down a little bit. And then that fucking Jason up there, that dude, he's another motherfucker lying through his teeth. I'll let him up here right now because I'm talking shit about him. But I'm not gonna keep entertaining this guy on panels because that's a mistake we made with Jeff, and he just got up and fucking lied and lied. And we let him get away with it. Yeah. And just for the record, Jason, I did ask you. I have asked you for the proof of. I mean, we know that he's lied about a lot of shit. The one specific thing that I called him out for lying on. I'm waiting on your proof. Just let me know. And if I'm wrong, I will 100% come up here and make a public apology. All right. What do we got here? What's up, Zippity? Has anyone seen FCC? No, I haven't. Dude, I haven't been watching much of YouTube, but I heard that people kind of called him out for his bullshit, but I don't really know everything about it. What's up, Pat Gon? What's up, Scorned and Reborn? What's up, Jordan? Hey, you kid nurse. What's up, Freya? Lisa? What's up, Nick? Oh, KJCB. I'm keeping up with the chat for right now, but later on when I get to talking and trying to listen to other people, it's kind of hard to read and talk and listen at the same time. So you can go fuck yourself. What's up, Pure Virus? What's up, Christy? What's up, White Claw? Pyramid Head? LBG? What's up, Dean? If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. It's not intentional. So yeah, we can talk about whatever you guys want. I don't give a fuck. I just kind of wish, I don't know. Kind of wish people that have been going at each other that used to be friends would find a way around it. You know what I mean? I'm stuck in the middle of all of them. What's going on, victorious bastard? Christy, I hope you are genuinely fine. Not the bullshit kind of fine like I tell people when they ask me how I'm doing. I mean, I hope you're really fine. So yeah, for the record, Jason, if you're listening, and I told you in the other dude's chat, I will accept your proof. Just give me a number because I know he said he works for Ace Bail Bonds, but there's probably 20 places that go by that name. They call themselves Ace to try to get first in the phone book. That's why they do that. Um, my company was called 24/7 because we had numbers. We got first in the phone book. So, and I still know a lot of these guys. So just give me a number I can call. And if I call them and they back up your story, I will 100% apologize. What's going on, Andrea D? What's up, Jay Silly? We saying fuck Ray in here? Nope. I mean, we'll probably say fuck Ray, but not in a bad way. If he's properly lubed, we can do that. What's up, Sabby? Well, fuck Ray if he's properly lubed. How about that? I got so irritated listening to Jason's little monotone faggot voice and lying his ass off. We know he's lying, and then he just still continues with it. He's one of those guys. And it's not just the bounty hunting thing that I've called him out on, it's a whole bunch of stuff. You have receipts pertaining to your interrogation history? I'd love to see that. If you have anything that proves you've actually, because see, you talk about the read technique, which is the most common technique,
What up?
but I bet you can't. Why don't you go ahead and name the other 8 most common ones? Baffle them off right now. Don't be looking them up on fucking.
Wait, what are we
Actually,
doing?
I got a bunch of questions. This motherfucker lying about shit. I've been calling him out.
Yeah. What up, man? How you been?
Yeah, you say you got receipt. I'm sorry, man. I'm still talking to this asshole. You say you got receipts, but like they never show up. You got my Instagram. What's going on, Meow? Now I'll devote my entire attention to you. What's up?
No. I'm just waiting for you to drop your OnlyFans. I'm gonna give you some money.
You already have my OnlyFans.
Oh, are you sharing? Are you sharing? You share your page with PHI? I hear she has one too.
Well, yeah, we actually are in a partnership. We have this contest to see. Um, when you join, you get a foot picture from each of us, and if you can tell which one's the man's foot and which one's the woman's foot, you win a prize.
You know, it don't matter. Feet pics are feet pics. Whatever gets you off.
Right on.
No, I'm
I mean,
fucking.
I shaved my toes, so it's a little harder to tell.
So you can't see the furry toes.
Um, Jason, you can still send messages to a private Instagram. Plus, I gave you the one. The one I put up is my drama one that is not private. So you're already starting with your bullshit. Go to FBC underscore lives on Instagram. That one's not private. And you can send messages to a private Instagram.
Hey man,
There he goes already.
micropene was you. Yeah, you know, I don't want to. I don't want to lie to anyone, so I just thought I'd come clean with the whole micro penis thing. I mean, it's not much to work with, but it does the job. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, sometimes the ladies say it's not about the size, but how you use it.
It's the motion.
I've got neither one. I've got neither one going for me, so I wouldn't know.
Mm. Oh fuck! What a day.
Yeah, I was actually having a pretty decent day. I don't know why I let myself get so irritated sometimes. I don't know.
I really wanted to tell this one customer to fuck off, but instead of telling him to fuck off, I sent it to one of the owners, and he basically told him to fuck off. I'm like, huh, all right. I would have told him to fuck off, but I wasn't trying to lose my job quite yet. But dude was on the same
Well, I
page.
mean, sometimes, man, dude, that whole thing about the customer is always right. Nah, some of them just need to be told to fuck off.
Sorry, I hate that fucking sound.
Yes, there is such a thing as a martialist. There is such a thing as a micropene. Bend over and I'll show you.
That's the sound. That's the sound that gives me fucking anxiety whenever I hear it go off. Hold on, I'm gonna mute up for a bit. I'll be back.
Right on. So I haven't been watching much. I might have a surprise guest for you guys this weekend. It's probably gonna end up getting me canceled like everything else, but that's okay. So, um, yeah, there's that. It's somebody that you've heard from before, but she's got some things she wants to tell y'all. And if she still wants to do it this weekend, I'll provide her a platform. I'm not going to tell you who it is because every time I try to, not every time, but sometimes when I try to plan these things ahead of time, I'll be like, oh, yeah, so and so is going to be on here. And then for whatever reason, and nothing against anybody, they decide not to do it at the last minute or they can't do it at the last minute. So, hey, Smashley, what's going on? Gosh, if you guys want to keep talking about micropeens, we can talk about dick pics again. Most of the ones I've seen, like if mine looked like that, I wouldn't be fucking showing nobody. I'd let it be a surprise. She's less likely to say no, like if you've actually gone to the trouble of traveling and um, buying dinner and that kind of thing. On the other hand, all right, you ladies tell me, would you rather know ahead of time that the dude had a micropene so that you could just like get out of going on the date? Or would you go ahead and go on the date with him and just like, I mean, I don't ever suggest anybody sympathy fuck. You probably just shouldn't do that. But would you just go ahead and sympathy fuck him because he bought dinner and treated you nice, if he treated you nice? Or would you just take the dinner and then slam the door in his face right after you're done? What's up, Sir Luco? What's up, Jerry? That's another thing. Jeff can't help himself. Somebody really needs to fill in Florida Pred Hunter about like all the times we caught Jeff lying. He seems to think that Jeff is a stand-up dude. Somebody that knows Florida Predator Hunter might want to advise him a little bit. Uh, yeah, I gave too many options. Okay, how about this? The dude sends you. He's a really nice guy. He's really nice to you. Says all the right things. Has money. Everything you want. He's got everything you want except he's got a little micropene. Do you still go out with him? No. Okay. Do you still have sex with him, or do you just tell him no, no date? Like, no, that's reasonable, Andrea. What's going on, Susan? Take the dinner and run. Yep. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. I like that song actually. Not usually my kind of music, but I like that song. Sea Monkeys can't send alimony because we don't have any rights in court. So sorry about that. Sea Monkeys aren't even legally allowed to get married. Well, no, there's no further questions, Smashley. These are the options. Maybe the guy just doesn't want to have surgery. You know? Okay, surgery is not an option. That would then mean that he doesn't have the micropene, which would defeat the purpose of the question. This is if he has a micropene. Now, maybe he can get surgery later. Don't have to use a peen to please. That's a fact. If you ain't got it in the hips, you better have it in the lips. That's the thing. If I've had too much whiskey or whatever, I'll still make sure she feels better when she goes home than when she got there. You know what I'm saying? Can get yes, Gremlin. You can get surgery for that. They put a pump. I've heard they put it in the nutsack, and then I've heard it's just like sticking out of your side, and you can actually pump it up and down when you need it, which actually sounds convenient. Maybe I'll get one anyway. I don't think I quite qualify for micropene, so I probably don't qualify for insurance to cover it. But hey, it's close. Zippo takes you back to 2001. Hey, Zippos are timeless, man. They never go out of style. I like Zippos because I live in the fucking woods, and butane lighters in the cold, they don't work in the cold. Plus, windproof. Zippos are kind of windproof, so that's why I use the Zippo. Plus, they're cool, man. They can cut a muscle and give you. Yeah, but can you still helicopter without using your hips? Because if it's the muscle, if they cut that muscle, and like you can't, do the old bob and weave without using your hips, I don't want that done. Fuck that. I have too much fun with it.
Does someone say helicopter? What's up in here?
No, no, nope, nobody said helicopter.
Helicopter, helicopter.
Helicopter, helicopter. Woo, yeah. Yeah, plus Zippos have that kind of sexy kind of smell. You would give your Zippos away? Oh, that's not good. Oh man, Jilly. Got a little bobbit action going on there. So, here's what I want you to do next time you talk to your boss, Mark. I want you to say, "Hey, does our insurance qualify for penal implants?"
I wish I had
And be
insurance.
all serious.
I mean,
Oh, you don't? Okay.
no. I mean, I am an employee now, which is, a change from previously when I was a contractor. But yeah, we still don't have insurance.
Mm.
But
Do you
whatever.
have an option for insurance there? Or?
Not yet. They said they're working on it, so we'll see if it ever comes to be an option. But no, there's no option right now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not trying to be nosy. I really want somebody to call up their boss and ask them if their
If insurance,
insurance covers penal implants. Yeah.
if I had insurance, I would definitely explore that. Why not? The bigger, the better, right?
Yeah. I would offer to call my insurance company, but man, you're on hold for hours with them motherfuckers.
I called the DMV, and surprisingly, this was a couple days ago. I called the DMV, and I thought I was going to be on hold for hours, but it actually after 2 or 3 minutes, it offered to call me back, and then 20 minutes later, it called me back. I'm like, holy shit!
That's you know what? Tomorrow, call them and ask them if your insurance covers penile implants. It'll be even funnier.
DMV? Nah, I'm good on that. Oh fuck! I feel like shit.
They want to make drag queens illegal. Well, I tell you what, they ought to be illegal any place where children have access, like libraries and wherever else. Um, I mean, nobody's fetish should be illegalized, but like they drag queens, in my opinion, ought to be illegal where children have access to them because they're having them fucking drag shows where kids are allowed to tuck bucks and shit. Fuck that. I mean, drag queens have more rights than sea monkeys. That's not right. I don't know. Maybe I'm just old fashioned that way, but I wouldn't allow my kids to be around that shit.
Fuck. You want to make drag queens illegal? That's kind of stupid.
No, I don't think it's okay to completely illegalize them. They ought to be able to have their own place. Not all drag queens are, um, not all drag queens are like pedos or whatever. So they ought to be able to have their own place. But I'm just saying they shouldn't have their own. It shouldn't be legal for them to be hanging around with kids and fucking tucking bucks and shit like that. You know what I mean? They shouldn't be allowed to go into libraries and have kids sitting on their laps. I've belonged to many fraternal organizations, and we never made it our mission to have little kids sit on our laps for any reason.
But Santa gets away with it.
Hmm?
Santa Claus gets away with it,
Well, I mean, there's a lot of perverted Santa Clauses in those suits,
right?
um, but that's more of a
That's one thing.
tradition than a fetish. You know?
If I had kids, I would probably not take them to see a mall Santa because that literally I'd feel like the dude's a pedophile. You know?
Well, no doubt there's a lot of those, but I don't know. I
There's
always kept a really close eye on my kids when they sit on Santa's lap to get the picture taken, and I never saw anything that
it's
looked
better
weird.
safe
So,
than sorry. I would rather pay someone to dress up like Santa to get that picture than to put them on a stranger's lap. You know, that's too much. And I don't even have kids, but that's a little bit too far for me to go.
yeah, I don't blame you. I really don't.
You have to sit beside Santa now. Is that the whole COVID thing? I don't know. I think it's kind of creepy. Like what dude is gonna sign up to wear a costume and let little kids sit on their lap? It's something ain't right about the whole concept.
Well, I mean, some of them just do it for seasonal money, and some
Yeah, I get,
guys, some people just like genuinely just like kids for all the right reasons, and they would never think of.
but
Um,
when they hire a mall Santa, they're not background checking them. They're not doing shit. They're paying them pennies to fucking just sit there. You know.
well, you're probably right. And even if they do background check somebody, that doesn't mean that they're not a chomo. That just means they haven't been caught. You know.
Yep. Exactly.
So, I mean, they absolutely should do background checks, but
Yep.
I mean, look how many fucking teachers and youth ministers, especially
Mhm.
that the catchers have caught. You know, these people do put themselves in positions where they're in contact with kids all the time. And again, I don't think it's the majority, but it's enough. You know.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's the majority either, but it's. I don't know. It's. I think it falls under better safe than sorry. I think it's just best to. Yeah. If I had kids, they ain't going to see a mall Santa, in my opinion.
No, I understand you, but when you're a parent, there's something to be said about having those pictures for the memories. You know what I mean? But I completely understand what
I,
you're saying.
I get the picture thing. I mean, I have fat friends with beards that I can probably pay to dress up like Santa. I can still get pictures to happen.
Right. I mean, as long as your kids don't know who it is, you know what I mean? Because that kind of ruins the. And there's something to be said for the excitement. Like when little kids really believe in Santa
Oh yeah,
Claus.
sure.
I mean that was better to me than when I believed in Santa Claus, which really was up until about 2 years ago. But
When I
um,
was 2 years ago, when I was a kid, we always do the. I would well, my parents were divorced. So I'd be with my dad on New Year's Eve, and then go to my mom's on or not New Year's on Christmas Eve with my dad's, and Christmas with my mom's, and on Christmas Eve we would I'd be at my grandparents' house, and my grandpa would always be like, "Oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be back." And then Santa Claus would come out, and then after Santa left, then my grandpa would show up, and then it was just like a joke, like, "Oh, Grandpa always misses Santa.
Yeah,
He's always in the bathroom when Santa comes, right?" So like
yeah.
the joke for the longest, well, because I was a kid and I was dumb, but yeah, it was eventually. Obviously, grew old enough to realize like my grandpa's dressing up like Santa, you know. So that was
Why,
always.
why does Santa's breath smell just like whiskey and cigars, like Grandpa's breath?
Why does it smell like Grandpa? Right? It's like, Grandpa, you missed Santa again. Maybe next year. I was obviously kids are gullible.
Do sea monkeys celebrate holidays? Yes, we absolutely do. We celebrate the same holidays everybody else does. We just want to fit in. Grandpa has IBS. Yep, you could be right, Mikey Mike.
Oh my god. Fucking work shit. I swear to God.
I retired a long time ago, not really by choice, but I really do miss having a regular everyday job. As much as we bitch about them while we have them, once they're gone, you miss them. And it's not even the money part. It's the just feeling like you're worth a shit part.
Right.
I had my main job. I had the same job for 20 years, man.
I couldn't do it.
And then I always had.
I like to change jobs every few years. I just get tired of it.
Well, I did. I changed jobs within the company. You know, I started out as a welder and a fitter, and then I went to the machining to the burning tables, learned how to do CNC stuff, and then I eventually went to material handling, which allowed me to work outside. So so yeah, Jason, if you're still listening, I still don't see anything on either one of my Instagrams, and you're welcome to come up here and we can talk about this again so you can change your story like you did before. I didn't really want to do that kind of thing tonight, but fuck it. I'm aggravated. So if I'm aggravated, I'm going to make all the rest of you aggravated.
If you got a big booty, come my way.
Check my message request. Well, I will. I can't check it into detail right now, but I don't see anything in my notifications, and I got my notifications on. So we'll see. If he actually sent me the phone number, there's a possibility I already know these guys, and either way, I will call it. And if I'm wrong, then I will completely apologize. But this dude's story changed, just like a lot of other shit. I think a lot of people have noticed how his story changes from panel to panel. He's got that gay little monotone voice, though, so people just kind of tune him out and don't really listen to what he's saying. Colfax put it in the wrong hole. There's only one hole down there. What are you talking about? Tell you what, Andrea, if you want me to play Santa just like for you personally, I'll do it. I'm not a fat guy by any means, but I'll try.
I've ever mentioned how much I fucking hate taking work calls and how much I hate people in general.
No, I don't think you've mentioned it at all.
Yeah, I really fucking hate talking on the phone and being like fake happy. Like, thank you for calling. How can I help you? It's just like, it makes me want to fucking blow my head off.
Well, don't do that. At least don't do it on panel. I got enough shit like that.
I should have just ignored it and let someone else take it, but whatever. I want to make it look like I'm working.
I saw a story where this dude from I'm already telling the story wrong. I saw a story where this guy he was contracted. He worked for no, not contract. How did that work? No, he had one full-time job where he had all his benefits in an office. Either for Sprint or AT&T, one of the phone companies, and he was like one of their top programmers. And they were just doing a routine audit with the security system, and they found some kind of connection between his computer and I believe it was India, and they thought it was a security breach. So they traced it. Come to find out, this guy had been farming out all of his work and paying this dude like pennies on the dollar that he was getting. And then they found out that he was also contracting out to other phone companies. So this dude was taking a shitload of money and doing nothing but watching cat videos and playing Pong all day on his computer.
Meow, do you have a phone voice? You know, like a perky, high pitched voice? No, I mean, I wouldn't say it's perky. I'd say, you know, thank you for calling so and so. This is Mark. How can I help you? It's pretty much my phone voice.
Yeah, Mark, I got a problem with my what's it, your girl over here? You think you could help me out there, big guy?
Sure. Here's a link to our cancellation form. Have a great day.
All right, thanks there, buddy. That's just what I needed.
Yes, people just, I talking on the phone is like the worst part of my job. Luckily, my phone doesn't ring all that much.
All right, Jay. Oh, 1 second, please, Jason. I do see that I finally got something from you. Send me the phone number of the bail bond company you said you work for, because there's a bunch of different ones by the name of Ace, and I already know some of them. All right. Anyway, Mark, go ahead.
Phones. Luckily, my phone doesn't ring that much in the day. We don't get many calls, and when someone calls, it kind of like it's like a hunt group. It tries to find whoever is available. So if you ignore it, it goes to someone else, kind of thing.
Right on.
I don't know.
I mean, but obviously they know who's getting the calls.
I'm sure it's logged somewhere, but is this like yeah, you don't know how many times I was in the bathroom. I just missed a call. Sorry, guys. Always happen to be taking a shit when the phone rings. What's the odds of that?
Well, evidently pretty good.
No, that was actually the first call I got all day. And I'm 6.5 hours into my shift, so that shows how many calls we get. Not many, which is nice.
Right. I tell you what, man, when I was in material handling, I had some part of my job was I had to drive big fucking forklifts and cranes and stuff. If you can believe they allowed me to handle that kind of shit. But like the forklift I ran the most had a 52,000 pound capacity, so it's pretty fucking big. As far as forklifts go, but
I think it's time for a shot.
I
think it's time for a shot.
That sounds good. I'll take a shot of morphine on the rocks. Yeah, drinking that cheerleader whiskey's gonna kill you, man.
Dude, I have some fat ass bags under my eyes right now. That's how tired I look. I'm trying to figure out if I want to go out drinking after I get off, or if I want to just fucking go to bed.
Probably I'd just go to bed, man. Give it a break.
It's Tuesday though. I want to get me some tacos and some shit. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it is the It's Titty Tuesday. I forgot.
Titties, tacos, tequila Tuesdays.
I like it. Tequila makes me naked, but then again, I'm usually already naked.
I'm going tequila. Vodka fucks me up though.
I used to drink the shit out of vodka, man. When I was younger, I'd get a fifth of Dark Eyes. That's some rough shit to drink.
I'm not gonna shave my beard anytime soon. It's actually pretty getting kind of long. One of these days, I might. A couple more months, I'll probably get sick of it.
I like it. Like my beard will get full, but it just won't get long. I would have a big old Duck Dynasty beard if I could, but mine just doesn't get long enough.
When I do shave, I go completely bald. Like I shave my head, my beard, my mustache. I go completely bald when I do shave, and then I just let it grow. And the reason why I haven't shaved lately is because my tooth's broken and I haven't fixed it, and I don't want to fix it because I hate dentists. So,
well, yeah, facial hair cover up a lot of stuff.
right? You can't even really. Well, you can't even see my fucking mouth. Honestly, you can see a little bit, but you can't see my broken tooth though.
I've got like on the side of my face, I've got some pretty big scars, and they're everywhere where hair doesn't grow.
Am I the only one drinking tonight, or what?
Yes, Jason, I just got them. I just said that, you dumb fuck. But I wouldn't have had we not been raising a stink. And I'm willing to bet whatever it is you sent me doesn't show the proof of the stuff we're actually looking for.
What are we looking for? Proof of what? I'm so fucking lost.
Oh, Jason, I caught him in a few lies and I called him out on a couple of them. Now he's trying to dance. All I really want is the phone number of the people you say you bounty hunt for, Jason. No, we don't need to palette it out. I don't feel like hearing his monotone, faggot-ass voice.
Gremlin glue fixes everything. I'm gonna pass on your glue.
Yeah, if you get the old piece, man. Or you could have Vic make you a new tooth.
Yeah, no, I'm good on that. I'm definitely good. I fixed the same tooth a few times. It's it breaks every couple years, so it's one of those things that I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah, I had that same problem. When I was a kid, I got my face smashed into a metal door. Don't ask. And it broke my front tooth right in half, and they had to, make a fake one and glue it on there. Every few years, something would happen, and it would pop off, and they'd have to redo it. It does suck when your front tooth is fucked up.
The first time I broke it, it's been like a decade. When I broke it, it was on a fucking chicken strip. I was eating chicken strips from KFC, and it fucking shattered. And they wanted like I don't know, they want to put like a crown over it or whatever, but it's just like without insurance, it's like $1,000, and I'm just not about that.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot to be said for, for helping you mentally. You know what I mean? You won't be as self-conscious. You know what I mean? There's a lot to be. That's worth $1,000.
Not when I can get it patched every couple years for less.
Well, right on.
I still don't.
Next time you do shave, though, just shave your head, leave the beard, mustache, because you would look just like Shel Silverstein, if you know who that is.
So just shave like up.
Yeah, just shave the head part. Leave the beard and sideburns and mustache. Just shave the head. You will probably look just like Shel Silverstein.
I'll do that for like a day before I fucking go fully bald.
Please don't tell me I'm not the only one that knows who that is.
I have no clue who that is. They're gonna ask your chat on that one.
Yeah, okay. If anybody in the chat knows who that is, type in the name of your favorite Shel Silverstein book. God, don't tell me I'm the only geek in here. The Giving Tree, oh, that's a good one. Oh, yeah, but I knew that Scorned and Reborn would know this one. Where the Sidewalk Ends, yep, -0, that's one of my favorites. Where the Sidewalk Ends and The Missing Piece, those are my two favorite. Light in the Attic, yep, that's a good one. Falling Up, I think, was part of a list of like poems and short stories that he wrote. I think it's in multiple books, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong.
I wish I could pay
Sam,
I wish I could pay one price to get like fake teeth, and like they just like rip all my teeth out and put in fake ones that I'd never have to deal with ever again for the rest of my life. That'd be great.
Yes, definitely. He had a bunch of little short stories and poems. Yep, I like Charles Dickens. He's not my favorite author, but I do like him. I don't know. My favorite authors change like my favorite movies or favorite songs. It's different every time you ask me. But Hunter S. Thompson is always in my top 3.
Is this a homeless men's panel community? I mean,
yes.
Yes. Nailed it. I didn't realize I was homeless, but okay, we'll just rock with it.
I claim that, even though somebody found my property records, I'll claim being homeless.
People are gonna find all sorts of shit. You don't even have to like yeah.
David Crowley, yep, Jenny, I know who David Crowley is. I also know who Aleister Crowley is.
Yeah.
You guys don't know who. God damn it, Meow! You're fired. You're fired. Aleister Crowley was a big time devil worshiper. Not like a Levian devil worshiper. I mean, like a real, like conjuring up demons and shit kind of guy. Like, supposedly, he actually did it. And Rice, okay, yeah, I won't judge you. Gay. -0, as long as you're a chick, then Anne Rice is okay for you.
I really wish people would stop fucking calling me this late in the night or late in the day-ish, I guess. I don't know. My phone wasn't ringing.
Well, I mean,
my phone wasn't ringing all fucking day, and I fucking come on panel, and I got fucking 2 calls in like 10 minutes or whatever. Stupid. Meow cracks me up smoking with the flat hand. Hey.
yeah, Andrew, he wrote, I mean, there's been like 10 satanic Bibles, and yeah, he wrote one of them.
Looking at Meow's face makes me feel like I should be calling the cops or something. Why? What about my face makes you feel like you should be calling the cops? It's kind of
I
weird.
gotta say the way it kind of looks like you're looking in through a window on stream. I agree. If I saw that looking through my window, I'd probably call the cops too.
I'm chilling in my hallway because if I was in my bedroom, I have chalkboard paint on my walls, so I have a lot of sensitive shit written on my walls that would dox me. So it's not gonna. I like doing my hallway streams.
Oh yeah, I like Dean Coots too. Stephen, yeah. Speaking of Stephen King, like I didn't know. So I was in my library a long time ago. Not my library, the my town's library. And you know, libraries sell books for like $1 or whatever. They had a Stephen King pop-up book in there. And my son's mom is a huge, like she has everything from Stephen King. Um, so in the past, I'd gotten her like autographs, you know, novels and stuff from him. But anyway, I didn't know there was such a thing, but they had a Stephen King pop-up book in there for $1. And of course, I bought it for her, gave it to her for her birthday or something. And come to find out, it was worth like $230. Anything new happened in the last couple of weeks, Donovan? Oh my God, man, I can't even begin to recap it. One, because I don't watch a lot of streams myself now, but there's been a lot of shit happen in the last 2 weeks. Okay, 2 weeks ago, people that like each other hate each other now, and that's pretty much it. Uh, Mikey wants to know what your feelings on Sharon Tate are.
Mine?
Yeah,
On who?
Sharon Tate.
I have no idea who that is.
Uh, is that the chick that got murdered by Charles Manson's gang?
Yep, no clue. No clue. No fucking clue.
Zippity, I'm not sure where little fucker's at right now.
My thoughts on her would depend if she's hot or not. If she's hot, I would do her. If she's not, I would not do her.
Well, she's been dead for like 50 years, man. So she was hot back then.
Okay, so I would do her.
And
That's the extent.
and she was like 8 or 9 months pregnant when she got murdered.
That's great. Always wanted to hook up with a pregnant chick.
Oh, so I've hooked up with a couple of pregnant chicks.
It's a bucket list item for me still.
You gotta, like, when they get real pregnant, you gotta do things a little bit different sometimes. But
I mean, I hooked up with a couple years ago. I hooked up with a chick that was 57, but and married. But yeah.
You said she was 57 and pregnant?
No, 57 and married.
Oh, okay.
But
well, that's, you know, your business. I personally try not to hook up with married chicks, but that's just me.
Her husband was drunk and passed out in the other room, so we hooked up on the sofa. So,
oh, the dude was there. Maybe he knew about it. He's probably watching.
Her husband was actually a good friend of mine.
That's kind of
she basically
kind of
convinced
a.
me when I was drunk. Well, obviously we were all drunk. She convinced me that like they were like swingers and that they always hook up with other people and it wasn't a big deal. And so yeah, we fucked on the sofa while her husband was sleeping in the bedroom.
I didn't go through with it, but
I'm not saying it's the right
uh,
thing to do, but I mean that definitely happened, and shit happens, you know.
yeah,
Meow could
I'm just
pass.
saying it's not my thing.
Meow could pass for
Would I
30.
bang?
Nice.
Would I bang meow meow? Hell yes, I would, and I wouldn't even have to be drunk. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
not that drunk. As long as I'm top, I'm good. Top ain't gay. No, but I had a.
Are you gonna buy me drinks first?
Uh, huh?
Are you gonna buy me drinks first?
No, no, no. That would be gay. That'd be more like a date, and like I'm not gay. I would just fuck you. But anyway,
I mean, it's kind of
I was
gay.
going through a.
If you don't get drunk first, it is kind of gay.
I was going through a really bad breakup, and my buddy was a big fat guy. I don't know what his woman saw in him, but she was freaking hot. I wish I could tell you her name because it was like a porn star name, and you guys would get a kick out of it. But I'm not going to dox her. But anyway, she stopped by the house one time and was being real flirty, and I just didn't feel right about it. And like I put some Megadeth on the stereo and we're blasting. And she's like, "Oh, the beat." She was sitting on my floor. And she's like, "Oh, the beat's getting me off." I'm like, oh, "Okay, you just buy," because I just wasn't comfortable with it. It was my friend's wife.
Did the
And then I
husband?
wound up going to their house a couple weeks later, and like we were all drunker and fuck, and they had a spare room, and I was crashed out in there in their spare bed. The door comes open, and I think it's him gonna like pounce on me just as a joke or whatever, or beat the shit out of me. Just for fun. Nope, it was her, and she fucking. I was so fucking drunk, like I couldn't get up out of the bed, so I sure as hell wasn't gonna be able to fuck. And so anyway, she lays down next to me, and she's like laying her head on my stomach, and I'm like, oh no. And she's like, well, he sent me Craig. Shit, I almost said his name. He sent me in here, to cheer you up, and I'm thinking, did he really, or is she just fucking? And so I just kind of like started talking and wasn't really, gonna go through with it. But anyway, a few minutes later, the door came open again, and it was him, and he looked pissed. But there was, by that time, she didn't have her head on my stomach anymore. She was just kind of laying down next to me, and yeah, I think he was ready to find something, and he probably would have fucking killed me had we been doing anything. So I'm glad I passed on that one.
Meow's the last. Meow smashed the husband first, and her husband was passed out in the bedroom, and then I left afterwards, so I didn't see him. And then he moved actually. Shortly after that happened, he moved to Alaska and basically left his wife here. I think they're still married to this day, but they don't live together.
Well, I mean, if for some couples it can work. It's just not my thing. I don't like. I've had girls that like we've shared other girls. You know what I mean? But it was like we were all, you know, um, she liked girls, and I sure as hell wasn't going to complain. So, but that also you got to be careful with because it can bring problems too. Um, but yeah, I'm not into my chick banging other guys, and I'm not into cheating on women that I really care about. So, but that's just me. Yeah. Did you feel guilty that you didn't give the husband any dick as well, or?
No, not at all. No, 100% no. Before shit, I mean, I did buy the liquor for all of us, and also bought dinner for all of us too. We did Applebee's, so It was a Meow sponsored night, and
Oh shit, I'd fuck you for Applebee's, man. Not gonna lie.
it was right when it was a couple years ago, right when COVID was to start. It was like a lot of the bars were all closing down. So it's actually the first time we actually drank at their place, and yeah, we drank, hang out, got food delivered, and then I fucked his wife. I guess that was I guess we can consider that repayment for what I bought him, right?
Well, I mean, I guess as long as he doesn't come after you with a shotgun, it's all good.
Oh, he has no idea. I actually talked to him like years later, but yeah, he moved to Alaska and abandoned his wife, which was kind of funny. He has like a trucking job now.
Right on. Doesn't sound like it was meant to be.
No, they had problems, so.
That's something that's always blown my mind. Is like I've known plenty of guys that they'll be dating a married woman, and I mean, you can make the argument that their relationship wasn't worth a shit anyway because she's cheating on her husband or whatever.
I've done that
Um,
before.
but
I did
the dude's dating a married woman, and she eventually gets a divorce, and then the dude that was helping her cheat marries her, and she cheats on him, and then he acts all surprised. You
I
know,
did
it's like, what the fuck?
I did that
She
for
was cheating with you. Why wouldn't she cheat on you? You know?
I did that for 2 years. I was dating a married woman who kept telling me she was getting divorced, and she was the type where she was like a really obsessive, where she would like text me 24/7, like wanting to know like what I'm doing and shit. And then she went silent for a couple weeks, and I'm like, something's up. You know, obviously she's being weird, right? And she was on my phone plan, so I looked up my phone bill, and I saw that there was one number. Whenever she said she was really busy at work, and I saw there was this fucking phone number she kept fucking texting and shit. So I looked it up on Facebook, and I found out it was her manager, right? I'm like, oh, something's up with her manager, right? So I waited till she passed out at my house, and she would always put her phone under her pillow, which was obviously kind of sus. So I took the phone out from under her pillow, and she was passed out, and I put her finger on her phone to unlock it, and I basically saw a conversation between her and her manager where they were both looking at houses, looking to move in together once he got a divorce because he was also married. So yeah, she's basically fucking using me until her manager, I guess, got divorced, and they were going to move in and live like a happy couple. So yeah, I fucking woke her ass up and threw her phone at the wall and told her to get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah.
Women be sketchy as fuck. I know I'm sketchy, but fucking women be sketchy too.
Well, that happens on both sides of the fence.
Absolutely, absolutely. Don't fucking lie. Don't tell me you're working on getting a divorce when you're fucking using my ass to for a place to stay is basically what she's using.
Well, I mean,
God.
if both people are using each other, then I guess it can work for a while. But if one's all in and the other one's just kind of using the other one, that's
I kept
something
it.
else that gets me is the amount of guys that will for years sometimes, man. They know that. I mean, it goes both ways, guys and girls, but I'm just using guys as an example. For years and years, like this girl will be cheating on him, and he just like ignores it, and it's tearing him up inside. If he don't care, that's one thing.
I kept it going. I kept it going longer than it should have because of her daughter. Her daughter kind of saw me as like a father figure, which is, I mean, kind of weird. But she would always like when we dropped her off back at her dad's, she would always tell her how much she called me Uncle Mark, which is kind of cringe, but she would go back to her dad's place and tell him how much fun she had with Uncle Mark and how we did all this stuff and had fun and went to Chuck E. Cheese and we did whatever. And her dad would basically like just ignore her and play video games all day. So I felt bad for her daughter of all things. So I did keep that going longer than it should have, but
Right.
kind of
I've had
sad.
that problem too, though, where like you start dating a chick that has a kid or kids, and um, like you really start to care about the kids, and then you guys break up, and you've got no rights to ever see the kid again. You know, that's hard on you. It's hard on the kids too.
I remember this one time I bought her. It was her. I think it was her birthday or something. Whatever. I bought her one of those electric Barbie Jeeps from like Walmart or whatever, right? And
Oh
this,
yeah,
this one night I was drunk as fuck, and we were both in the Barbie Jeep in my front lawn, and she was like driving around, and I'm just like in like the passenger side of the Barbie Jeep, just drinking, just letting her fucking drive wherever. We
yeah.
had
Those
fun.
are a lot of fun.
We had fun. I almost had me a DD to take me to the fucking bar or some shit. Let's pull up to the bar with the Barbie Jeep.
I wonder if you can get a DUI for that.
I don't know.
It's worth a shot. Fuck it.
So I called the DMV. So I called the DMV. I called the DMV a couple days ago, right? And I was told like when I want my license back, I have to do a breathalyzer for 5 months regardless. And I guess since I don't own a car and I don't have a car registered to my address, there's like an exemption where I can just sit out for 5 months instead of having a breathalyzer for 5 months. And after I sit out for 5 months, I can get just a regular like license back. Like California is literally going to give me my license back later this year, no strings attached. Even though I haven't driven in over 5 years, they're just 5 months. They'd be like, "Here's your license. Have fun," which is kind of fucking sketchy in a way, but kind of cool. So I'm gonna get it back.
Nice.
I know you can get DUI in a golf cart. Oh, I got a funny story with the golf cart. I was years ago when I was working for a different company. I was out of town. I was in Georgia, and the hotel a hotel had golf carts, and so it was Peachtree, Georgia. It's like a fucking golf cart community, and I stole a golf cart from the hotel, and I was definitely drunk at the time, and I crashed it into a body of water and just kind of abandoned it in the water. That was
Were you
fun.
naked?
Nah,
Oh. Well, I mean, still fun, but you should have been naked. It'd have been funnier.
would have been. My neighbor got a DUI on a lawnmower. Really?
Yeah, I bonded somebody out of jail for that when I was a bondsman. So I would imagine if you can get a DUI on a lawnmower, you can probably get one in a Barbie Jeep. It would just be a whole lot funnier in a Barbie Jeep.
Yeah, right. I want to go through like a fucking drive. I want to go through like a Taco Bell drive-through in a Barbie Jeep. That'd be fun.
Jason said I was. How was I butt hurt? Jason, that little faggot doesn't have the ability to butt hurt me.
Hey,
How does that even make sense?
Jenny!
What's going on, Jersey?
Jenny, you should come up and chill with us.
Sorry for the blast last night. The subject really. I don't know what you're talking about, Jersey. So if you blasted me, I probably deserved it if it came from you.
It might have been my panel. Peter was up there, and it was getting kind of weird when Peter was up.
Oh, fuck that guy too.
Peter's wage quit. What's the little bitch?
Yeah, haven't been watching panels much lately, so I'm out of the loop on a lot of things. Like sometimes I don't even know who I'm supposed to be mad at. Somebody will come up and we'll talk, and then while we're talking, fucking people be DMing me, why are you talking? Why are you letting that motherfucker up there? It's like, I don't fucking know what's going on, and it's my panel, it's my channel. I'll let on or not who let on whoever the fuck I want.
Wait, people talking shit about me or what? What?
Originally, we were gonna have a panel with Heath Bar tonight, but Heather, if you still want to do it, we can, but I'll shut down and restart. That way, it's all on its own thing. It's up to you, but Heather's got a hell of a story.
Yeah, I'll bounce if she's coming up. I'll bounce if that's what's going on. I mean,
Well, if she wants to do it, I'll stop and restart. That way, it's on its own panel. You know what I mean?
I'm just up here to
So,
bullshit and try to stay awake. I got to work for. I got 50 minutes till I'm off. So,
all right, Heather. If you're ready now, I'll stop and restart, and then you can come up. That way, your story will all be on its own thing. Oh, it's okay. You'll hop up now. Okay. All right. I'll throw you out the link. Yeah. Meow. I'll ask you to either hop off or mute so she can get her thing out. But you can come right back.
I'll hop up. Like I said, I got work for 50 minutes, and then I might go out. So I might come back later if you're still up. Otherwise, I'll let you and her have the plate.
All right, cool, man. Thank you.
Later, man. Have a good one.
All right, man. You take it easy. Yeah, Heather's been battling something the last couple of years. Oh.
Hey, Bill.
What's going on, Heather?
Oh, just a bunch of nerves for tomorrow. That's all.
Yeah, I'll bet. Heather's got to go before the court tomorrow. Are you going in person or over Zoom?
I'm going in person. So basically,
right on.
What I'm doing is, well, I'm going in person to face my daughter's rapist and give a victim impact statement in my own words. So basically, here's my story. 2001 was a very hard year for me because January of that year I had found out my dad had stage 4 kidney cancer. It spread to his liver and his lungs, and then he died a month later. I was going through hell. Bill could tell you. I went through hell with that, and then not even a month and like a few days later, like a month and like 2 weeks later, I was going through my daughter's phone and I had found a video of my ex's brother-in-law doing things to my daughter. And my daughter had taken the video and acted like she was playing on her phone. So basically, I, called my boyfriend, told him to come here. The guy had came upstairs and I got in his face and I said, "What is this?" Holding the phone in my hand. "What is this?" So he ended up taking the phone and trying to delete the video. He's not very tech savvy. So I saw that he tried to delete it. I restored it and I had immediately called my brothers, both my brothers crying, telling my brothers what happened. And they said, basically, my brothers that I live with right now said that that's it. You're moving out right now. Andrea, my daughter, was 10 at the time, almost 11. So that night, I basically moved out. I had called the ambulance to take my daughter to the hospital. Cops were called. And come on now, everybody. If you were innocent, Why would you go around the back and trying to escape before the cops come? Come on now. You would want to face the cops down and tell the cops, oh no, I didn't do it. I didn't do nothing. So
Yeah. He actually hid
basically,
out at his sister's for a while because I
yeah.
remember keeping an eye on. I was tracking. I don't know if I told you, but I was kind of keeping an eye on where he was at.
Yeah, he had taken off to Indiana to Michigan City where his sister was living. I had to go through the forensic interview. I found out things during the forensic interview. I was just it was hell. I was like devastated. My daughter, you know, it changed her life, obviously. So, fast forward, I went, a couple months it took, I had to deal with detectives trying to locate him. I knew exactly where he was at. So I had to wait a couple months for them to get a warrant. I had to wait a couple months more for them to get an interstate warrant. So come was it July 1st of that year, I had found out they found him and he had got arrested. And he was in Indiana for like a month, and then they transferred him to Cook County where he's at right now. So I went, we found out he was on a no bond hold, and I've been going back and forth with, court with like, oh, continuance, continuance, continuance. And yeah, a rape kit was done in the hospital. Yeah, it was done. But the thing of that is that when I saw what the video was dated, it was dated a week prior, but I don't know if, like, obviously I didn't even know if like she was touched after that, or it's been a lot to deal with. And then now with fast forward 2 years later, and they, towards the end of the last few months, they were offering plea deals, and then he accepted the final plea deal that was offered. So I am going tomorrow before the courts, giving my victim impact statement and walking away. Basically, I wanted to be there in person because it feels like it's more satisfying to me to be there in person, to see him get like cuffed and walked away and hear everything, rather than not be there in person.
What's his final plea deal offer?
19 years served at 85% for the predatory criminal sexual assault. And obviously that's a class X felony. He's going to at least serve over 10 years.
At least he got some real time out of it. It's still not enough, but a lot of times these guys get fucking 2 years in probation.
Well, the thing is with that, and what was brought up to me, and this is true, what amount of time can make up for the type of pain that he put my daughter through?
He
No amount
can't.
of no amount of time can make up for that type of pain.
And your daughter's, I don't know how much you want to say, but your daughter is going through hell
My daughter,
still.
my daughter still, even 2 years later, is going through hell. I've had to hospitalize her a couple of times because, she was self-harming, and it's scary. It is. It's very scary at what she's going through right now. But, she's a resilient kid. She's just, oh, Ronnie, trust me. If I wasn't comforting my daughter that night, I wanted to kill him with my bare hands. I was in the process of comforting my daughter. I didn't. I wanted just to jump up and like beat the shit out of him.
And to Heather's credit, she's been, of course, a fucking wreck this whole time, but she's doing the best she can for her daughter. Uh, I know. I know that I don't always know the right words to say, but
Well, I wanted to hop up here and tell my story because I'm a bundle full of nerves right now. I'm a little nervous to see this person because even like 2 years later, I've been hearing a whole bunch of bullshit from his family, his wife especially, because his wife wants to sit there and talk shit about me and talk shit about my child. The last thing I heard, which pissed me off, and she's lucky I didn't drive to Chicago. I wanted to beat the shit out of her for what she said, but I don't, which was bullshit, because she was trying to say to everybody in their family that it wasn't him. My daughter's lying. It was somebody else. And I laughed because, oh my God, who would go, because I lived in Chicago. I lived in a house that was like in the back, had a backyard, a little bit of a backyard, but it like had a big front yard. That night, my daughter, I know what I was doing. I was babysitting that night for my ex's brother's kids. So the funny thing is who would get past my ex, who was sitting across the street, going in through the house, getting past their son, getting past her, which was, she'd be in her room, getting past him, which he'd be, that piece of shit would be in the kitchen, and going upstairs and doing that to my daughter, wearing what this guy used to wear to bed all the time, because he used to wear the same thing.
I was gonna say there's a fucking video. So have these people that are defending him seen the video?
Yeah. But the thing is yeah, she's denied the video. I obviously, that video is seared into my brain, and I have to carry that for the rest of my life. Oh, I don't want to kill her. I want to just to beat the shit out of her, Thunder. But
Yeah, death would be too easy.
but seeing that and then saying that my daughter gave her consent, which is bullshit, when my daughter's a child.
Even even if she did give consent, like why would you be receptive to it if you know what it? I mean, I obviously I know that it wasn't, but even if it was like all her idea and she was coming on to him and all this shit, why the fuck? Why would you be receptive to it?
Yeah.
Um, if a kid did that to me, I'd be shoving her away and telling her mom immediately.
Yeah, at 10, Jenny, at 10. And then now you understand why I wanted to be, why I love where I live at, because I would drive halfway to Chicago, then I'd get bored and say fuck it, and then karma's a bitch. It'll come back and bite them. But the crazy thing is at that time his wife was pregnant too, and now she has a little girl. And the crazy thing is okay, now that you have a little girl, and what's going to happen if that happens to your child?
That's the thing. And not only did he destroy your child and destroy you and hurt your family, he did the same thing to his own.
Yeah, because he has a 2-year-old little girl, and he has he's like 14 now, 14-year-old son. Oh, Dub, trust me, I wanted to, but he's so lucky that my father is not alive. That this happened, finding out about this when my father was dead, he's lucky, because my father, no joke, I would be attending a murder trial, and my dad going to jail for the rest of his life. I know my dad's best friend. My dad's best friend, he knew, I told him exactly where I knew he'd be at. He wanted to drive all the way to where he was at and split him from navel to nose. I told him no, because I needed him. But it's even 2 years later, at the finish line, I'm still, it's bittersweet, because I'm finally at the finish line. And tomorrow
No.
able to close this chapter and walk away.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, it'll close that chapter, but you're not going to be able to just walk away. Though it's still all the aftermath is still going to be there.
Yeah, the aftermath, yeah, it'll still be there, but at least I know he'll be in jail for the almost the rest of his life.
If he makes it out, I mean, they don't take kindly to chomos in jail.
Ooh, me and me and my brother got a bet going. Oh, trust me and my brother got a bet going.
Is he out on bond right now, or is he in
No,
custody?
he's been in there since August of 2021. He's been on a no bond hold. I remember that day that I listened to his bond hearing, because with some cases you can listen to it online. I was able to listen to it and like hear everything that was said. And when the judge said no bond hold, oh my God, I was jumping up and down.
Yeah, I kind of figured that's. I'm like, I mean, I knew when you were telling me about it then, but I kind of figured that's how it'd be because he was actually on the run for a little while, hiding out at his sister's place in Indiana.
Well, from what I was told when they picked him up, I was told that they pinged him because he was on his Facebook. They pinged him on his Facebook in a hotel in Indiana. Because I think his sister had ended up getting him a hotel room because they knew the cops were sniffing around looking for him.
Right.
Yeah, I know, Jenny. It's still right now, Doug, he's in Cook County Jail, but that could change tomorrow.
Yeah, he won't be. He won't. He'll still be in Cook County for a little while, which is a bad place to be. Well, I mean, a good place to be for him, really, but
Well,
yeah,
I think
until they'll have to figure out what prison they're going to send him to and all that kind of stuff. And like, he won't be taken to prison that day. It'll be probably a month or two before they actually transfer him to the prison.
I think, obviously they'll send him, because out here the processing center is Statesville. So I think they're going to send him to Statesville, process him in Statesville, and then find a place for him.
Right.
Donovan, I will tell you, I won't say his name, but I will tell you it was Illinois. I'm wondering if he is in protective custody, Jenny.
I'm sure he probably is. I think they automatically do that with people with that kind of charges.
Yeah. But I'm not going to give out his name. And this is the reason why I joined the community. Well, before I joined, because I have a daughter but didn't go through this, but this is the reason why I've like kind of, well, I've been busy working, but I've stayed in touch with people in the community. It's finally almost over, which I'm very, very happy about. At least I'm expecting his wife to be there, probably her dad, probably his sister, tomorrow, because I'm not going alone. My brother's coming with me. He didn't want me to go alone.
Well, I mean, the fact that he took a plea deal for 19 years, which what do you say? He probably only really served 10, but I mean,
Over 10.
that kind of over 10. That kind of means that like he knows they have damning evidence against him.
Yeah.
And like I had an uncle that got in trouble for that kind of shit, and my grandma, until the day she died, swore up and down he was innocent, even though, like years later, his daughter that he did it to, she got him to confess over the phone. He didn't know he was being recorded. He'd always denied it to everybody, although, I mean, at first, when there's not 100% evidence, you don't really know. Um, but he wound up going on the run for a couple of years, and they caught up to him, and then he was in prison for like 2.5 years, which wasn't enough. Um, but eventually, when his daughter got older that he did it to, she got him on the phone, and he apologized to her, and he blamed it all on being drunk. But I don't give a fuck. I mean, I abuse substances, and like if you don't already have that in you, like the alcohol is not going to make you do some shit like that. You know what I mean? You got to have it in you already to be, you know.
Well, the crazy thing is he kept hitting on me because he told me, he's like, oh well, I want a piece of you too, not knowing that I didn't know he was touching my daughter, but then he was telling me, oh, that he wanted a piece of me too because he was tired of screwing the same pussy, because he's been with his wife since they were in high school, so that was 2009, I think. Yeah, 2008, 2009, if I remember correctly. I can't think of it off the top of my head. Yeah, I definitely am trying to stay strong for me and for her. Yeah, I know, Jenny, right? That's why I told if I told him no. I'm like, dude, if you want to go screw a different pussy, I'm like, go talk to your wife. Tell her you want like a fucking hall pass or some shit like that. So I wouldn't doubt that he was cheating on her. With an older woman, obviously.
Well, I mean, I hope that you can get some kind of a little bit of closure tomorrow.
I am.
And like you said, at least this part of it will be done. You know.
Yeah, I won't have to worry about court, this hanging over my head. I won't. That's the thing, is I won't have to worry about this hanging over my head. That door can close. I can move past this and start to heal, and my daughter can heal. Granted, I didn't say nothing to her about me going down there, because a few times I've brung up court, she shuts down, and then she starts getting anxious, and she thinks about his kids, because she worries about his kids, and worries about this, worries about that. And I haven't told her anything about court since then.
Yeah, and unfortunately, sometimes it just hits the victims too hard, and they can't go and give an impact statement, or they just won't testify. You know. And
yeah, I've written my statement out. I had to give them my statement on yesterday before I go down there. I appreciate that you guys are with me.
Donovan, are you?
Oh, go ahead, Bill. I'm sorry.
I was going to ask you if you're. No, it's fine. This is your stream. You actually run this, not me. I just push the buttons. Are you comfortable if anybody wants to come up and talk? Are you comfortable with that?
Yeah,
I'm not going to let anybody be an asshole, but
I'm comfortable with it. Thank you, Donovan. When it was going to be the finish line, I promised myself I would come up and tell our story. You knew that, Bill. I was gonna sit there and.
Yeah, I knew that, and of course, I was absolutely willing to do it for you. But I didn't want to twist your arm, because the last couple of days it kind of seemed like you were going back and forth on it, and I wasn't going to harp on it.
I just haven't been feeling good. I've been tired.
Right.
Just I've had this on my mind. I've had a lot of other shit on my mind.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. I mean, you've been under so much stress and fucking trauma from this stuff that it's affected everything else in your life.
Yeah, but I'm in therapy. My daughter speaks to a well, I'm in therapy. My daughter's in therapy. She speaks to a psychiatrist. I speak to a psychiatrist. Well, I'm going to see a psychiatrist on the 10th. So I'm trying my best to heal as much as I can. And that's the only thing I can do is heal. I know when I go tomorrow, I'm gonna put a picture of my daughter in my one pocket and my mom and dad's prayer cards in my other pocket, so I could feel them with me.
That's the thing. Heather got hit really hard the last few years. She lost her her
I lost,
dad, which
I lost my dad. Lost my dad. This happened. I moved. I lost my mom in 2011. I've been hit with a lot. I've been hit with a lot of shit. I'll tell you that. But the thing is, I'm still here. still moving, still grooving.
yeah, psychotic exes. We don't have to get into detail about that, but that doesn't help either. And
Oh
all the
God.
other shit, man.
Well, that asshole.
Like I've been afraid. Like a couple times, I was almost tempted to say, "Man, well, things can't possibly get any worse for you." And then some other shit happens, and it does.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Oh fuck!"
I trust me. I can't. I try not to sit there and say, "Oh shit," and shit can't get nothing no worse, and then ooh, boom, here comes karma or the shit stick, and say, "Hey, let's fuck with you right now," and yeah.
I don't know. Things have got to uh, break loose. Any time now, you've had enough trauma in the last 3 years to last anybody a lifetime.
Yeah, I don't know how much more shit I could take, but I'm still taking it.
Oh, you have to.
Yeah. You know what helps though?
I
Weed. Weed helps
was gonna
tremendous.
say drugs.
Yeah. Well, I don't do hard drugs. I smoke weed. That's the only thing that helps.
Yeah.
The only exciting thing is that they just opened up a dispensary in Bourbonnais, so I'm excited about
Oh,
that.
right on. Well, that'll be convenient.
Yeah, it's close. It's town over, but it's still closer. They're still building the dispensary out here in Kankakee. So
Now, in Illinois, do you have to have a medical card or anything to get it? Or
I don't know, but I'm gonna talk when I go see my psychiatrist.
you to give me the fucking weed? Yeah.
I will tell him. I will tell him. Can you just give me the the medical marijuana card?
Yeah. I'm still waiting on medical cocaine, but I don't think it's going to happen very soon.
Yeah, Andrea. That's I don't do nothing hardcore. The only thing I'll smoke is weed. Weed makes me weed makes me happy. But just that's all I think I can keep doing. And oh yeah, recreational pot is legal in Illinois. I don't, but at least
All right, cool.
if I can, I'm definitely when I get some money from my job. Oh, he's in custody right now. Patriotic. Yeah, he's been in custody. Funny thing is that they think his wife thought that she can go try to bail him out, and I'm like, yeah, he has no bail. I don't know why. I don't know why you think you could bail him out when he has no bail.
Right.
Personally, I kind of hope I see her tomorrow because when I leave the courtroom, I'm gonna give her the finger as I'm walking out.
Fuck, you may as well.
Might as well.
Now your victim impact state. Well, if you want to, if you just want to get used to reading it in front of people, if you want to read it now, you're more than welcome. It's up to you.
Well, I'm on my
But
phone.
does it start with "you motherfucker"?
I wish, but it had to be. I have to read it in court, so it had to be. Had to be respectful. Hold on. I'll give you guys the gist of my statement. I'm gonna pull it up on my
Right on.
tablet. Basically, I have no idea. All I know, Jen, is that they said no bail, and I'm like, oh, yay.
Yeah, no bail means no bail. Like you can't. It doesn't matter how much money you have, you can't get out. And he went on a run for a while, so I figured that's how it
Yeah,
was going to be.
I knew he wasn't, to be honest. I could have figured he wasn't going to get any bail because of the fact that he was on the run. Because if he got bailed out, he would have ran. He wouldn't have
Right.
Christy.
Right on.
Right on. Okay. Basically, I gist of it is like telling him like how I felt, like about how many nights I watched my daughter cry. Towards the end of it, that I said that how I'll read one line. Hold on, I gotta find it. I wrote, I hope while you're sitting in your jail cell, you see picture mine and Emily's face. After today, you will be an afterthought in my books. I'm going to leave here and never think of you again. I hope you thought it was worth it. I hope every single day that you're sitting in your jail cell thinking about the things you did to her and actually show some remorse. I hope it was worth losing your freedom. I said, I'll never forgive you or your family for all the crap you guys talked about me and Emily. That's basically towards the end of it.
Right.
But then I threw my dad, and I threw a statement in here about my dad. I was like, I'm just saying you better be thankful my father was already dead, because oh boy, my 6 foot tall Italian daddy, well, I'm sure you could figure out the rest. Right.
And I'm just thinking the people that are defending him now will probably still
They'll still defend him.
defend him.
They'll
Yeah.
still they'll still defend him. They'll still say this and they'll still say that. I frankly don't care. Whatever I say this to everybody, whatever's said about me, I don't give a shit. But what's said about my child, obviously, I get really, really mad.
Yeah. And again, just the mechanics of these motherfuckers that are like, oh, she's fucking 10 years old. Oh, she came on to him or she consented. A fucking 10-year-old doesn't know what that is, or at least they shouldn't. You know. It just boggles my mind every time.
So you can ask the judge as part of the sentence. Oh yeah, he doesn't need to see my daughter's face anymore. That's, I don't know. I've never thought about that, Andrea.
Because you, not your daughter, just well. That's the thing. I don't think that somebody with those kind of charges they wouldn't
Yeah, they ain't
let them
gonna
have a
allow
picture of a
that.
kid anyway.
Yeah, they ain't gonna allow that.
But yeah, she said of you, not your daughter anyway. But I'm
Oh, of
just
just your,
thinking.
okay, yeah. I missed that part. My bad, Andrea.
Hmm. Yeah.
Thank you, patriotic. Yeah. Oh yeah, because my dad. till the day he died, he always said, if anybody hurts that kid, watch out.
Yeah, Donovan, he certainly fucked up Heather's daughter for sure, and fucked up Heather and other people around them.
Yeah, he fucked up. Yeah, he did. My daughter to this day, you know, I talked to you the other day, Belle, and I told you what was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's up and down.
Yeah, he so like when this was going on, like I remember you telling me that like you could tell something was up. You just
I couldn't put my finger on it. I know. I remember when the detective talked to me after um her forensic interview. He found every which, even if I was there, he'd find some way to sneak upstairs. It's my room, and my daughter's room, and my ex-boyfriend's room was upstairs, and our refrigerator was on the back porch. Like, he'd sneak up there. I wouldn't even think twice of it. Sneak up there, thinking he was on the back porch. Sneak up there to, you know, probably do whatever. And yeah, it's a lot. You know, because when I remember hearing when I talked to the detective that picked him up, he said in his confession that he admitted to doing some things to my daughter, but not everything to my daughter. I don't know what like the some things were. I didn't ask, but
oh, hang on a second. There we go. Goodbye, motherfucker.
Bob Tip.
I didn't mean to highlight that comment. I meant to.
No, unblock
I
him.
meant to.
Bob Tip. What cousin are you?
Okay. I don't know if I can unblock him. If one of the other mods can unblock him, try it, because it's not letting me do it.
Yeah, fuck you, dude.
It's messed up. When you're on StreamYard, like there are certain things that just won't let you do. All right, thank you, Jenny T.
Which cousin?
It's probably a troll, because did anybody even know you were going to be doing this?
No, I don't talk to anybody in their family. Yeah, I'm gonna ask tomorrow. Really, who do I know? Not a lot of people know that I'm a part of this community.
Yeah, I was going to say you probably didn't tell many people from outside of here, if anybody, you were going to be doing this. So.
No, I've the only people that would have knew about this would be people in the community. So you must be a troll if you think I want you to basically, you know, prove that you actually know me.
He said she told us all, so it's a fucking troll. If you want him gone, I'll get rid of him. It's up to you.
No, I want to know how I want him to prove how he actually knows me, how this person knows me, or knows the situation. Yeah, all right, kick him out.
All right. Goodbye. Yeah, mods. If you see any more of that shit before I do, they can go away.
Yeah, they can go away. If they say they know me, then they don't know. They don't know jack shit. They don't know jack shit. They don't know jack shit about the situation. So, y'all, you can kiss my fucking ass.
Yeah, I've been kind of here for her all along. So it's not like she just came up with this shit yesterday.
Oh
Like
no,
I knew about it.
they're you know. Let's see who I was talking to at the time. You know, T-Coy knows, Just knows, um, Edward knows. Like the ones in the beginning of ever before the community went to hell. You know,
Yeah,
knew about everything.
yeah. So this has been like we've known about this
For
since
two
it
years.
started, and
Yeah, for 2 years.
yeah, it's fucking. I'll be real honest with you, Heather. I felt like totally, and I did more than I told you about. Mostly to keep you from being an accessory in case whatever. Um, but I mean, I just felt so helpless sometimes. It was like there's like nothing. Um, and man, I got to be careful. I had talked to somebody that knows that area. We'll just say it that way, and we kind of decided it'd be better to let the cops deal with it. And if the cops didn't deal with it, then it's possible something else could happen.
Yeah, I know. Trust me, I had people tell me, if the cops don't deal with it, we'll deal with it. I'm like, no. I was like, let the cops handle it.
Yeah.
This, this has been, you guys have been on this journey with me, so
Well, I'm glad he's getting some real time, because usually these guys get 2 years and probation, and I was really worried about that. All right, patriotic.
right. She's been scheming you this, but when her family speaks out or reaches out to you, you ignore us and continue to feel it feed into her her mental illness. Okay.
Nobody has
Question.
ever reached out to me besides Heather. Fucking
wait,
moron.
wait. When was this? This was YouTube.
I kicked them. They're gone. It was probably made just now.
Yeah. Fuck you, BJ. I'd love to hear what mental illness I have. Please. I'd
Well,
love to hear it.
I'm not saying you're not mentally ill, but I'm saying that the situation is real. Hopefully, he'll get Jeffrey Dahmer in prison. That'd be all right.
I'd be fine with that too. uh, who all y'all trolls that want to come in and like talk your shit, I really don't give a fuck if you believe me or not. The ones that have been there since day one, hey, I know the ones that have been here since day one. So I don't really give a shit. So
Yeah, don't worry about them. They're gone.
I don't give a shit. I'm willing to tell my story, so people can learn from my shit. Shit, I'm still learning from my mistakes.
I mean, that's the thing. It happens right under our noses. It's not a guy. Usually, it's usually not a guy hiding in the bushes and
Mary
pounces
Jane
out.
show
It's
proof
somebody
instead, like
that
we
you're
have,
close
of
to.
laughing at it. Okay. I don't have to show shit, Mary Jane. So, can someone kick Mary Jane, please?
Yeah, gone.
Yeah, I don't have to show proof of shit. I'm not. I'm not putting, like I said, I'm not putting nobody's names out there. I'm not putting, his wife's name out there. I'm not putting, his name out there, because you know what happens when you put the names out there, because it gives them power.
Right.
I'm not putting nobody's names out there. And if y'all don't like it,
And
I don't give a shit.
There's a minor involved also, so.
Yeah, and there's my child involved. I know the real ones. Y'all, you trolls can, yeah.
Can you imagine the mind of somebody that does that kind of shit? I mean, the trolling part, you know.
Oh, they got nothing better to do. If they actually knew me, they would sit there and say, "Oh, well, we know you from such and such area, or we know you from here." You don't know shit.
Yeah, if they had any actual information, they'd have been throwing names out there themselves.
Oh yeah, you'd be throwing names out there. You'd be throwing. You knew exactly. You knew his. If your cousin family to the wife, you would throw her name out there. If you were family to him, you would throw his name out there. I'm being respectful and not throwing no names out there.
And it's not to protect him; it's to protect other people involved.
Ray, and thank
Believe
you
me,
for anyone involved in supporting this mental illness. Well, the fuck?
oh, I'm getting an error. Either somebody else blocked that one, or it's just not letting me. Rain's not already blocked. Somebody take care of it, please.
No, I'm not very around much in the community, so. But I was willing, I'm willing to sit here and come and tell my story, because, this is a story that needs to be told, obviously, so anybody can learn from my shit.
All right, thank you, Jenny T.
Thanks.
Yeah, Jenny T's always quick on the trigger, man. I gotta let her exercise that wrench every once in a while, or she starts getting itchy. Oh man. Well, I mean, honestly though, I do hope that it lets you put at least some of it behind you and your daughter as well.
Yeah, I hope so. I think tomorrow it'll be satisfying just to see him in cuffs.
Yeah. Yep. After you get done letting the important people know, let me know tomorrow how it goes.
Well, yeah, I gotta be there. I gotta be there at 9:30, and I live almost an hour away now. 45 minutes to an hour away. So me and my brother gotta leave. I told my brother, I was like, yeah, we gotta try to leave at 7:30. So just in case if there's traffic.
I was gonna say that Chicago traffic will get you. Yeah, I agree, Jen A. I mean, it's fine to put them in therapy or whatever, where somebody can keep an eye on them, but I don't think this shit can ever be cured. Look at how many times our catchers catch the same people again and again, and these motherfuckers go to prison, get out of prison, and reoffend. So I personally don't think that there's any way to
I
reform
know
them.
you're listening. I just got your text.
Oh, she can
I
come
know.
on if she wants to.
I know. I just got her text. Yeah, it is. We gotta take the we gotta take the Dan Ryan. So it's gonna be a pain in the ass.
Oh man, I haven't been on the Ryan in a long time, and I'm glad of it.
Yeah, because since we're coming from where we're coming from, we got to go on Dan Ryan, and we have to go all the way to where we have to go in Cook County. Yeah, that's how I feel, Andrea. I think I'll feel more at peace, and it'll be easier. I can move forward. I can deal with, I won't have to worry so much about that and just that hanging over my head.
Yeah, Amanda Bears. That's Heather has a
That's
smoke detector that needs a battery.
I've changed the battery in that damn thing and it's still messing up. I've told my brother countless times that he needs to fix it before I break it. Because I told him, I was like, I'm going to sit there and break that shit if you don't fix it.
Yeah, smoke detectors are cheap.
Yeah, oh, he's lucky I don't break it. Because
Uh-oh, we lost her. Oh, I don't know if she wants to come back or not. Well, I see Locksmith has to put drama in his streams to get people to go over there now.
whoops.
You're fine. You're fine.
I pressed the button and then I left.
Yep, that's how I kick myself all the time, so I
Well,
get it.
I've tried to reset it, Amanda. I've reset it, and anytime I've reset it, it still beeps. I've changed the damn thing. I just told him, I was like, "You're lucky I don't break it," because he's got a smoke detector or one or two smoke detectors that's connected to his ADT system. So I don't know if it's the one that's with the ADT or it's this, because whatever smoke detectors, I'm gonna end up breaking.
I got you.
Because if I break all the smoke detectors, I'm gonna fuck up his ADT system, and that's gonna cost a pretty penny just to fix.
Yeah. Oh, is it part of the ADT system? They ought to take care of it then.
Yeah, I think one or two of them is part of the ADT system. I'm not exactly sure.
Hey, Rod Plum, how's that working out for you? I never thought about that one. I've picked up girls at the laundromat and the grocery store. Um, cool thing about like if I had to dry like big comforters or something and I didn't want to do them one at a time in my
Oh
dryer,
no,
I just
Amanda,
take
you're okay. You're okay. Don't worry about it. No, it's I don't worry about it. I've tried to fix it. This is my brother's house that I live in. I've told my brother that he needs to fix it. He needs to fix the shit in his house before I break it. So you're good.
yeah, she didn't mean nothing
Oh, I didn't mean nothing by it.
rude,
No,
rude by it. Nope, not at all. But yeah, Rod, I used to pick up girls at the laundromat. I had a washer and dryer, but like big comforters and stuff, it was just easier to use the triple loaders there. When you go there and start talking to nice, single chicks, and they find out you got your own washer and dryer, and that like they can come to your place and use it. Oh yeah, I got a few that way.
oh my god.
I'd never considered picking up ladies at Planned Parenthood. It's not a bad idea though.
So how is that working out for you, Rod?
For free? Well, hell yeah, for free. Kind of rude to invite a girl to use your washer and dryer and then charge them. You know, and while they're doing their laundry, you got to find something to do to stay entertained, right? So,
Well, that's the. Hey, you can always do stuff when the washer and dryer are going, you know.
yeah. I mean, I used to pretend like I didn't know how to pick out vegetables just to get girls to talk to me at the grocery store. That works too.
Zippity. That's funny. Oh, I can't highlight it. That's funny. He put quarters
Put
in their
quarters, butt cheeks. Only upon request. They get a little mad if you surprise that on them.
You can make a strip club washer and dryer choice.
I actually thought about that. I did. I get putting a bar on a laundromat and some stripper poles. Yeah, I thought about that before actually.
Hey. Gives a whole new meaning to it. That's so funny.
Let's go do a load, baby. Hell yeah, I like it. Well,
Yeah.
gotta slide it again. It didn't work that time. Try it again. It's worn out. Yeah.
Amanda, everyone has to sign on the dotted line before. Yeah, they need to sign a consent form. That's what they got to do. They got to sign a consent form. We're coming. No flash photography.
Flash. Was that a pun?
Yeah, a little bit.
I like it. Where else did I go to pick? Oh, Barnes and Noble was a good place too. I'm kind of a geek when it comes to bookstores. Like I'll stay in Barnes and Noble like all day long and just um, check out, read books and stuff. Plus, they got a Starbucks right there.
I love Barnes and Noble. I like going there.
Yeah.
Me, my daughter, and a guy I've been seeing for a while.
I'm actually I'm banned from a couple of Starbucks. I can go into Barnes and Noble, but I can't step off of the carpet onto the tile of the actual Starbucks. You don't realize how many undercover security people are in there until you fuck up real bad. I actually got a blowjob while I was sitting on a washing machine on spin cycle. That was interesting.
Best
The
cinnamon.
trick is to get it a little bit out of round, a little bit heavy on one side.
Man, what cinnamon buns at Barnes Noble? Barnes Noble by me don't got cinnamon buns. The fuck?
I never get food there. I just stick with the coffee.
Yeah, they got a Godiva cheesecake. Godiva chocolate cheesecake there. It's so good.
Hmm.
Jenny said, "What did you do,
What,
Bill?"
what did I do? Which time? I already told the gay coffee story on here one time when they gave me gay coffee at Barnes and Noble, and I didn't particularly appreciate it. That gay coffee thing I did actually. I had a few channels. I didn't even know who the hell they were. Asked me permission to use it, so Evidently, they think it's funny. I'll have to find it, but I got to be in the right mood to tell that kind of story. I'm not really hyper enough to tell it good right now, but yeah, I went to fucking Barnes and Noble and I just get regular plain old fucking coffee. I don't want no fucking gay nutty shit in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I just order, and then they have the sizes all fucked up. You got to call it tall or whatever, but I'm just just give me a large coffee. And this little motherfucker behind the counter, if you're gonna work in public service, don't have a tongue ring. It just fucking annoys people that don't have them. Oh, he's like, what kind of coffee do you want? I'm like, I just need a fucking coffee, man. Just a regular fucking black coffee. Well, we get a flavor. I'm like, just give me a fucking coffee. It's not that hard. It's be so mean. I'm like, all right, motherfucker, you ain't seen me yet. So they give me this coffee, which they call a large, but it's just, I don't know. It reminds me of a tall, skinny gay guy. I don't know what the fuck, but so I take a sip. All I use in my coffee there is just like the cane sugar that they have.
Mm-hmm.
So I go over, I pour a couple packets in there, and I stir it up, take a sip, and it tasted gay. I mean, this was the gayest fucking thing I'd ever tasted. I take it back to the counter. I'm like, dude, my fucking coffee's gay. And of course, you know how people are about being gay now. They're like, oh, I'm like, it tastes gay. Fucking taste it. It's the flavor of the month. Fucking gay berry, some bullshit or other. It didn't go well. And then, there's a little bit of back and forth. And I'm going to get my manager. I'm like, yeah, you fucking go get your manager and 5 other motherfuckers.
That's funny.
And the fucking manager comes out, and he looked like he was like 12 with a little gay fucking clipboard. And from that point on, everything that I saw looked gay, Nothing against gay people, but keep it to you, And yeah.
You know what gay
Oh, yeah,
tastes
you know
like,
what?
Bill?
You know what, Zippity? You got one coming from me. I'll show you what fucking gay tastes like.
That's funny.
I'm not even sure if there's still a Barnes and Noble. Are you familiar with Maryville, Indiana?
I am.
Okay, that's the one. I don't know if it's still there and still gay, but that was the one I got kicked out of for that. I didn't make it gay, Jenny T. That little freaking kid behind the counter made it gay, not me. I just wanted a nice, straight, large coffee. That's it. And I do mean straight. Yeah, man of bears, I don't drink that gay shit.
I'm looking for my disposable. My weed.
Mm. Right on. What, like a cartridge or?
Yeah, it's a cartridge.
Yeah, I mean, back in my day, your only options were like actual weed, and then some of it was like it never was my thing anyway. But guys would be like, "Yeah, man, I got some $2,000 an ounce CIA shit. You got to try it. It will help you. It will work for you." Nah, none of it's worth a fuck to me.
Well, I smoke sometimes at night because it helps me sleep. Some nights I can't sleep. Feel I get jittery at night.
Yeah. Hey, if it works for you, great. I'm just saying that it doesn't. It either doesn't do anything at all to me, or it makes me feel ways that I don't care to feel.
This is a whack
Like
because of damn fever. I know. I'm about to whack the shit.
what's going on?
Not a lot. Might about to take a for a minute on my walk home or walk to my hotel.
So they're talking about fire alarms. My boyfriend vapes and he vapes so much when I was sleeping and it set off the alarm. All of a sudden, it's fire! I jump up. Oh my god! Are you okay, Amanda?
Just relax, Amanda. Everything's gonna be fine. Take a deep breath and count to 3.
Oh man, hitting it too hard.
Yeah, it's cool, Samuel, but you sound like you're underwater, man.
Oh, that's it. I don't
Yeah.
back out and get a bit of dirt.
Dude, we really can't understand you. You can jump out and jump back in if you want.
You sound like you're straight up underwater.
Yeah, when Bobby Joe was up here with her, I didn't want to say anything to you because, we were having kind of a serious talk, but when Bobby Joe was up here with her smoke detector going off, I actually made her grab a broom and knock it down.
If I knock it down and I break something, my brother's going to kick my ass. Don't get me wrong.
It might be worth it.
Don't get me wrong. I can hold my own against that little fucker, but he's taller than me. I'd have to grab like the frying pan or something just so I can have a chance.
It might be worth it.
Yeah. Got that. Oh,
that's the thing, and I get like if everybody around me is high, but I'm not. Like I get so freaking annoyed, man. I can't. Well, I mean, it's not bad on panels, but like, in real life, and yeah. I think it's probably jealousy because I wish that I felt as good as they do, and I can't.
Rod, I think that's the smoke alarm here that's been acting up for months. I'm yelling at my brother to fix it, and my brother's a biatch. He's a cookie bitch, but he's the cookie bitch, but he's still a bitch.
All right, we'll try this again.
I'm just gonna hang out for.
Yeah, that's better. What's going on?
Not a lot. How you doing?
All right. Would you say you're walking home?
Walking back to my hotel. I was gonna say, man, the Wii game's completely changed. Gotta get with it.
Oh, right on.
The carts are the way to go, man. I agree.
Say what?
He said the carts are the way to go.
That's the way to go.
Oh, right. I got you.
To be honest, you like the carts, you don't have to worry about like grinding, using your grinder and all that. It's just easier. Just gotta get them. I just gotta find my charger for this. Can't remember what I did with it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it.
The stinky kid are gone. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say the cartridges look way more convenient. I'm just waiting for him to come up with one for Coke.
I'm sure there's one. I'm sure there is by now.
No, I'm just gonna hang out for a few more minutes, but then I have to get my butt to bed. Excuse me.
Right on.
I won't take it too much of your time, man.
You're fine, dude. We just have a hard time hearing you, is all.
Oh shit. Hey, hold on, let me try something.
You don't have like gay earbuds or something like that, do you?
How about no earbud?
Well, that might be right. That might be why. Oh shit.
Let's start a GoFundMe to get him some earbuds.
No, I like the guy, but
Is
I'm
that
not
any better?
sponsoring any. There you go. That's better.
Much better.
No, I can't tell you. Motherfucker.
So where are you working now, Samuel? Oh shit, we lost him. Yeah, Amanda Bears, I have that same problem. Like some days I just don't even want to look at Instagram. Most of the time it's cool, but some days I just don't even check Instagram, so the messages pile up, and sometimes people they think I'm ignoring them, but I'm really not. You know, or at least I'm not ignoring them personally. It's just
You need your
sometimes
quiet time.
Instagram brings more drama than so I don't even look at it.
Yeah, I'm not on social media that much anymore. Well, I work a lot. I just got a new job, so I'm getting used to my new hours. I finally got out of the nursing home, so
Yeah, I was gonna ask you how you're liking the new job.
that's good. Well, technically, I was going part-time at the nursing home, but they can't work with me with the hours that I need because I have to be at on Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays. I have to be at that job by 3, and every other weekend they need a reception there until like 3-4 o'clock. I'm like, I have to be at my other job. So I told them, I got a text message yesterday from the HR lady. She's like, well, this person can't be here at a certain time. If you want to cover the weekend, you have to stay until she gets there. I was like, well, I have to be somewhere else by 3 o'clock. You guys can't work with me? And they're like, no, we can't. I'm like, okay, then I quit.
Well, I mean, you
Go ahead, Bill. I'm sorry.
do what you got to do. I mean,
Yeah, because this one's better paying than the job than the job I was at.
would your insurance we were talking about this earlier. I don't know if you heard it, but would your insurance cover penal implants?
Well, considering I have the state insurance, I don't know.
It might be beneficial to call and ask them.
Oh, that'd be a conversation to have.
If I can, I'm going to start doing more. I don't know if you ever caught any of back when I used to go live on Instagram. If you ever caught any of my scam baiting calls, but if I can ever,
I remember them.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing that. If I can ever score another phone, I'll start doing more of that stuff. I have actually somebody offered to buy me a phone and or not an iPad, a tablet. It's not the iPad, the other one, but
Android.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to take that deal because it's sometimes because of where I actually live. My actual phone service is usually pretty good, not the internet so much all the time, but and there are times when I turn off all my notifications. So like if I'm getting a text or a DM or whatever, I just don't know it. So you have to call to get a hold of me right away. And I think that she thinks that I'm ignoring her. So she offered to buy me a whole new phone service. And I don't know if I want to take that deal or not.
I would be like, what's in it? What's in it for you? What do I have to do for the phone service?
Well, I mean, nothing I wouldn't want to do.
Is she gonna chain you under the bathroom sink?
God, I hope so.
But Bill, you just got freed.
Well, you know what? I got institutionalized. I got so used to being chained up under somebody's sink all the time and passed around. Now that I'm not chained up under a sink, I really don't know how to handle myself.
Yeah, I remember. I remember that time.
Oh yeah, that was a good running gag for about what, like 2 years, 3 years.
Oh, 2 years, I think. I know. I think you
Yeah,
guys were that gag was still going on when I joined the community.
yeah. Well, it started out with uh, like way in the early days with Decoy. I made some joke about being chained up under a sink, and it just
It just ran from
snowballed
that.
from there. And yeah, but anyway, I gotta get off here and get a shot of nose spray. My nose is plugging up again.
Yeah, I gotta get off here. I gotta get to bed. I gotta get up early, shower, and be on my way to Chicago.
Yeah. Well, let me know how it goes tomorrow, please.
I definitely will. Thank you guys for hearing my story. And
Well,
hey,
thank you for telling it.
yeah, I definitely don't mind. But I'm definitely gonna go to bed. Good night, everybody.
All right. Well, have a good one, and well, try to relax. You sound like you're feeling better emotional wise than you were earlier. So hopefully this helped you out a little bit.
Yeah, I am. Doesn't help that I've been like taking like a couple hits of my weed. I didn't take no hits of my weed earlier.
Well, that helps too. Yeah.
All right. Well, good night, everybody. Buddy.
All right. Well, if the sea monkeys can do anything, let me know.
I will.
All right. Thank you, Heather.
You're welcome.
All right.
Bye.
All right. My nose is stopped up. I got to get off of here and take care of that. But and no, it's not related to cocaine. At least, shit. Hold on. We'll say goodbye to Samuel real quick.
Is that
Oh,
it?
I was
Did this
just
work?
hanging it up, dude. But I figured I'd let you
Ah,
give you the last word.
I was actually going to ask you a favor.
What's up?
I think I'm going to consider starting a channel, and wonder if you'd be willing, if be all right if I included you in it. Not very much, but a little bit. Hey, how you doing, puppy?
Well, okay, say that again.
Sorry. Was on a stream yesterday, and they kind of convinced me that I might need to start a channel to do this. I was thinking about starting one about my road to sobriety, my effort, whether it works or not.
Oh, that'd be
And
awesome.
you guys are a group that I stumbled upon not being sober. I was drunk streaming and
Right.
found Savvy and Christy and FCC one night.
Right on. Yeah, we'll help you out.
I would appreciate any help I can get. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing, obviously, with these earbuds.
Right.
But yeah, for sure, man. I'll let you close out. Be done. I'll hit you up another time.
Yeah, when you get it, I mean, you can start throwing your link out. I can't remember. Do I have you modded yet? I think I modded you, right?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
No? All
I'm not
right.
sure.
Well, yeah, we can. There's not that many people in here right now, anyway. But next time, get a link ready, and we'll start throwing your link out there. And
I would appreciate it.
you're
Yeah.
you're
Seeing them like
supposed to have a certain
Savvy and
amount of
Christy might have. Go ahead.
You're supposed to have a certain amount of subscribers to be able to go live. But like, if you use StreamYard, you can go live without having. But you still got to get it set up.
Understood.
You know.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna try and get a hold of Savvy and Christy because there's got to be some kind of footage that I would like to use for an intro or something that they've got.
Right on.
Me being fucking wasted on that.
Well, I mean, if there's
Okay.
anything off of my channel you want to use, you're welcome to it.
Right on. I appreciate that. Pretty much what I was asking with permission.
Yep, no problem, man.
Right on. All right. Well, thank you for a little bit of time and have a good night.
Hey, no problem, dude. Anything you want.
Right on. Later.
All right, y'all. I think like half a dozen other people are live right now, so you don't even need me. But all right, y'all stay naked.